In this video, we're going to go through setting up your Cronometer app. To start, we're going to click on the More button down on the right-hand bottom corner of your app. And the first thing we're going to do is go into Profile. We're going to go ahead and make sure we have our in-body scan results with us to make sure these values are correct. Verify your date of birth, your sex, current weight, height, and body fat percentage. You'll be able to find body fat percentage and weight on that in-body scan. If you need to change any of these values, just go ahead and click on that field and enter the new value, clicking on Save. Once you verify that's correct, go ahead and go back to the More menu. And next we're going to go ahead and set up our targets. There's a number of targets in this menu. We're going to start with energy expenditure. That's how many calories we burn every day. And there's a couple different values that make up that number. The first thing is our baseline activity level. This is basically how many calories we burn doing just everyday activities, and we're going to go ahead and just approximate those by either clicking on sedentary or lightly active, depending on how active your job is. After clicking on that, go ahead and click on Done. And that's going to basically approximate those values. We will have another video where you can wear a fitness tracker, such as an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, something like that, that can overwrite these values. But if not, we're just going to go ahead and estimate them. And that value that we picked, the sedentary, is going to give you about 20% extra of your basal metabolic rate. Now that's the next value we're going to click on. That basal metabolic rate is the number of calories that you burn every day, just for your normal bodily functions. And it doesn't include any really movement, which is at baseline activity level, or any exercise that you do during the day. You'll find this value also on your in-body scan. So go ahead and enter that value in there. As we scroll down, we want to make sure we check on that thermic effect of food. That's going to be very important as we're going to start adding those functional foods into our diet. And that thermic effect is an important part of that. So as we come down here, it's going to total up your total amount of calories, and that's going to be your BMR, your baseline activity, and then the bottom three will calculate during the day as you log different things. For instance, whenever you exercise, you'll log that. That'll increase the number. As you eat foods with that TEF, the number will increase. And then tracker activity, if you wear a fitness tracker during the day, and it goes above the baseline, then it will log those as well. Once you're done with that number, we're going to go ahead and click back to targets. Next, we're going to want to go into weight goal. This is going to actually calculate for us then how many calories we want to consume per day. So up top there, the first thing is our current weight. Verify that that's correct. And then the second one is weight goal. In here, we want to go ahead and click on that, and we want to enter our goal weight. After entering that goal weight, you're going to go ahead and click on Next. So once you click on Next, you're going to pick how many pounds you want to lose every week. And I would, that value will be between +2 pounds if you're trying to gain weight, or -2 pounds if you're trying to lose weight. A very good number to put in there is somewhere between 1/2 and 1 pound per week. Once you put in that value, it's going to show you kind of an overview down the bottom of your energy deficit based on those amount of pounds you want to lose per week. So if I want to lose 1/2 pound a week, I need to have a daily caloric deficit of 249 calories. And based on that goal, it comes up with an energy target for me of how many calories I need to consume, which is 1975 per day. And then on top of that, it tells us based on this, if we follow this, how long or what date we should meet our goal if we follow this plan, which in this case is June 7th. Once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and click done, and then you're going to come back to your targets menu. Now that we've calculated how many calories we burn every day and what caloric intake we should be at in order to meet our goals, we're going to go ahead and go into that macro and energy targets. A great ratio to start out is 30% protein, 40% carbs, and 30% fat in order to lose that fat and gain that muscle at the same time. So change those values to 30, 40, 30 to start, and then click on Show Advanced Settings. We just want to make sure, A, we have Custom Energy Target turned off. We want to take into account our exercise and activity during a day, and then make sure we have Add Expenditure above our baseline to the energy target turned on if we're going to wear a fitness tracker and track our activity throughout the day, then we want to have that on. Once you're done with that, go ahead and go back to targets. Now that we have set up our energy expenditure, which is how many calories we burn per day, and our weight goal, which determines how many calories we should consume each day along with our macro ratios, we are ready to start logging and analyzing our caloric intake.